Hello and very happy to see you on my channel tonight. And this video, we give you a piece of breaking news. Meghan and Harry were slammed for their private life when hiring Aide, who turned David Beckham laughing stock. As I said many times, the other royals managed to have a private life. William keeps his family and private life and his work apart. You never read about friends leaks, public family feuds, going to court, paparazzi photos, and all the circus that surrounds Harry and Meghan. If William and the other royals can manage this and live a life in duty and dignity, why can't Harry? They, Harry, Meghan and baby Archie, are currently living in a £14.5 million Tuscan-style villa owned by Hollywood tycoon Tyler Perry in the gated community of Beverly Ridge Estates. And today, Daily Mail reports that they have hired David and Victoria Beckham's highly rated former aide to join their Los Angeles team. According to Mr. Phil Dampier on The Sun, he asked, "Is that the same aide that advised the Beckhams to join a tax-dogging scheme a few years ago and then recently asked the taxpayer to pay for their staff in their company that hasn't made a profit in years?" Whilst Meghan and Harry asked the taxpayer to pay for renovations at Frogmore Cottage and for their protection team. Now, I see the reasoning. He added, "What happened to want a quiet life, moved from Canada to Los Angeles, who are they kidding, and hiring someone to help run their life? It's becoming a huge joke, embarrassment to the royal family and the UK. Plus, they are so desperate that they employ the people who make the Beckhams a laughing stock in the media. They are also both unemployed, have nothing to do now that they have dished out the 6 sandwiches and food parcels for media attention, so other than cleaning the 12 bathrooms, what has Markle got to do?" Mother of 2 Rebecca Mostow, 70, was brought in by the couple to help run their day-to-day lives in Beverly Hills, reports suggest. Ms. Mostow previously worked for Prince and Seal and was employed by David Beckham after he started playing for LA Galaxy in 2007. An inside source also told The Sun on Sunday, "Rebecca is extremely discreet, diligent and professional and has been around high-end celebrities for decades." And Mr. Phil warns, Meghan is trying to create the illusion that they are A-list celebrities rather than a pair of zero-listed squatters. They are trying to live well beyond their means, and if Harry doesn't take control of Meghan's fame and power fantasy, they are going to crash and burn spectacularly. Meanwhile, his partner, Ms. Mollard, mocked, "Look at the financial independence and the freedom they have found in their new lives. Charles gives them $2 million a year, Oprah sorts out a mansion free of charge, the UK taxpayer is probably still paying their security, and now to have someone running their lives. To me there is nothing about their new lives that is independence or freedom." Another point: why do they need this woman when all they do all day is virtue signal on social media and video calls? How hard can that be? Surely just a nanny to raise the kid that is already an inconvenience to Meghan would be enough. How about not living in such a big mansion? If there is too much work involved, the staff bill will be enormous. I hope Charles can afford it, cause first can't see Meghan's movie career being a success, and I still ask, what will weak Harry be able to do? Mr. Phil agreed. Apparently, what Meghan wants, Meghan gets. Living a private life was nothing more than malarkey. I don't know how in the world Harry got caught up in the mess that is Markle, but now he's stuck and virtually alone. She's playing him like a fiddle and using Archie a pawn to get her new celebrity lifestyle. Ridiculous. Meanwhile, Daily Mail reported, the new hire follows reports that Prince Harry has found himself surrounded on all sides by Team Meghan at the couple's new home. But it's reported she's exactly what Harry and Meghan were looking for and came highly recommended. Rebecca has her work cut out. But then, working with Prince can't have been a walk in the park. Why does the D-list actress need so many staff and such a huge house? They are so full of self-importance but don't have the money to sustain such an extravagant lifestyle in such an expensive town. When someone is on their 3rd marriage and under 40, you know they make bad decisions. These two have money who she worked for and he inherited, but they are losers. And liars. A quiet life in Hollywood? Really? Oh dear, they really are in the khaki, aren't they, with forever having to hire new and different experts to rebuild their image. Actually, they could do it for a lot less of somebody's money. Whose money? By realizing the answer is in their own hands. They could start by doing what they undertook to do and wind up Sussex Royal and taking down its various websites and Instagram account. If they've got so much money to spend, they could start paying off Frogmore House. But no, basically they don't care about anyone but themselves and promoting themselves, at whose expense? What a pair of useless grifter layabouts. No, the difference was that Meghan couldn't stand not being liked rather than learn from past royals to stick it out and ignore it. No, she just had to make it about her. She couldn't stand that her plan to make the public fall in love with her did not work. Meghan couldn't get along with her birth family, she can't get along with her husband's family. Does anyone else sense a theme here? She had her sights on Harry for one thing, a boost to her own profile. And she hightailed it out of London with Archie to prevent the Queen from exercising her authority over him. She is no more intimidated by the press and afraid she will face Diana's fate than she is talented. She is no Diana, and that's for sure. Indeed, many fans also slammed Meghan and Harry for that. One said, "Why do they need such a huge team when they don't have any jobs or enterprises?" My guess is that they hope some of these super talented people will come up with a money-making idea for them. Also, I am really shocked at how isolated Harry is now. When you see the list of Meghan Markle's team and so-called friends, the imbalance is shocking. I have very little sympathy for Harry, but he is about to be cast out of this picture as Meghan Markle makes her move. Is Perry single? Because Meghan Markle is on the look for a high-stakes Hollywood player and he fits the bill. Ridiculous as it sounds, Harry is just not rich enough for her now. But another said, how embarrassing that they are looking to go down a similar path to the Beckhams. David would do anything to get a knighthood, and yet Meghan and Harry are dropping all that lifestyle to become celebrities like the Beckhams. Odd. Harry is going to end up penniless. She'll work her way through his inheritance from his mother and great-grandmother pretty quickly. I hope he insists on renting a house and not buying one so that she has no assets when they divorce. Meanwhile, the second asked, homeless couple hires a housekeeper. Is that what she does? Does she organize their daily life? Is Tyler paying for her too? What was he thinking to let these two grifters live in his house rent-free? Oprah wouldn't let them live in one of her homes? And by the way, Harry looks awful. He looks like he is having real problems with living in La La Land out of a suitcase. A fan agreed, the takeover of Harry is complete. From the recent photos, he looks like a different, broken man. He has been a stepping stone for her Markleness to create the life she thinks she deserves. It has been tragic watching his sad transformation into a hollow shell, traipsing behind his wife. How can an unemployed couple with a baby need someone to run their lives? Pretentious or what? What they need is for Charles, or anyone else who's being stupid enough to fund this lazy couple, to give them a swift kick up their behinds, reminding them that they wanted to support themselves. Just stop sponging and being hypocritical. However, another user wrote, how many staff have they hired now? And why would they possibly need someone to run their lives? I thought the whole purpose around stepping down was to lead their own slower-paced, independent, private, quiet lives. They have ample time now to take care of their own lives. To be honest, I am hearing just as much about them now in the news with their silly daily announcements as we did when they were senior royals. I am really finding both of them annoying. And the last one wrote, it's very odd when you think about it. They're borrowing a house off someone and now employing someone to show them how to live in it and what to do. This person is still only 6 steps away from being king and head of state to a country he's left behind in favor of La La Land. It's ludicrous and scary. Plus, is this a joke? That lady is 70. Why would you ask a 70-year-old to run your life? These two are a complete joke. They leave the royal family because they don't like being told what to do and want privacy and be independent. So they are always putting out videos, live as a house they don't pay for, and get a 70-year-old to tell them what to do. Wow. For me, I think that, why do they need someone to run their day-to-day lives? Get out of bed, have a dip in the pool, try and find another millionaire they can con into giving them their mansion is about right. They haven't done any work in months and live off other people. They have more staff than most of the royal family. The egos of these two are off the scale, but who is paying for all this? Certainly not them. These two are living in a bubble of their own importance and self-styled celebrity. Meghan epitomizes everything wrong with her selfish take attitude as though it is her God-given right to be famous. Harry, for fuck's sake mate, you were once one of us, military veteran, now you're like a redundant eunuch, being led by a self-centered narcissistic snowflake. And you. What do you think about them? Please tell me to know in the comments section and we talk about them. Remember to like and share my video if you loved it. And subscribe to the Sussex Daily News channel to get more news from Meghan and Harry by my team. Now, good night and see you in the next video.